what is the calendar? Actually, the word calendar is taken, I think, from the Roman, I think it's Roman, they call it calends. The word calendar is from the word calends. Calends were the first day of the month in which Romans were all expected to pay their taxes. That's calends. So, calendar is a measure of time, the cycles of time, according to the belief systems and the culture of certain groupings of people, right? So also connected to that, measuring of time, there is also the expression of the connectedness with the mystical, of the spiritual, realms. So calendars don't just, regulate just our day-to-day, activities or duties or responsibilities. They are also connected to our idea of spirituality. So before we can go any further about the idea of the calendar, let us also make it known that this idea of time is based on the natural cycles, the phenomenon of those cycle of moments, periods, and phases, nature wise. So in the universe also, the cycles of the universe, so the universe is the mind, actually, the orderly mind of the creators. So the creation is based on the idea of interconnectedness, interrelatedness, intertwined nature, in which everything keeps communicating, with one and the other, consciously or subconsciously, especially for us human beings. So there is that sense of interconnectedness and communication within the whole spectrum of creation, or the whole assembly or perfect package of creation. You check. So just look at technology. Technology is designed as a mimicry of nature, actually. These people who are designing now the artificial intelligence of things, the internet of things, they are mimicking actually the interconnectedness and the intercommunicative essence and nature of creation, actually. This is now, whereby everything is connected to one central mind force, and then everything keep communicating. That is in terms of technology now, whereby they say, in artificial intelligence of thing, everything will be connected into one central point, and everything will be able to communicate, which simply means, all technological devices that use artificial intelligence will be able to communicate with one and the other. And remember, in artificial intelligence, or the algorithms, they are always learning, and they develop a mind. They are actually a mind, of their own. They always expand and develop, even in terms of language. You check. So imagine when human beings, in terms of the brain implant, now are also connected to artificial intelligence. Now we'll be also one with that sci-fi cloud. So it's a mimicry of the intercommunicative and the interconnectedness of the universe entirely. So in terms of the interconnectedness of all units in nature, what's happening there is that each unit in nature always keep absorbing consciousness and energy from other units or channels, of nature. We absorb, energies from the cosmic bodies, the celestial, bodies, and all other, multiple dimensions, of life. Beyond the physical, beyond the ether, even the firmament, you check what I'm saying. So there is that intercommunicative mechanism, just like even you can talk of geography, whereby within this the atmosphere, there are all those layers and layers and layers, but there is a communicative mechanism, because the exosphere has energies that also reach to, the lithosphere or the geosphere, and also the stratosphere or the stratopause. The ionosphere has energies that reach out to the lowest of all the spheres. That is the sense of interconnectedness and intercommunication, So we humans were designed to remain in an orderly vibe, flow of energy with the universe, so that we can remain, intact with the mind of the creator of or the creators. So when you look at nature goes in cycles, as we have already said. We see the cycles in seasons, we see the cycles of cosmic bodies that through which we can define time. We check. I can quote a biblical expression whereby, according to the Bible, God says, "I'll give you, the I can say the cosmic bodies or the celestial, bodies for you to mark time and seasons." You see, so there is time, there is seasons, but all those are based on the rhythmic principle of cycles. So if the universe is the mind, orderly mind of the creators, it simply means now, it governs through principles and laws. Hence we have these things of the universal laws, or the laws of the universe. We can talk about the universal law of purpose. There is a purpose and a reason for everything that is there naturally. And there is a time. That is the universal law of rhythm now. There is a time for each and everything. Then there is the law of motion. Nothing remains the same. Nothing is stagnant. Everything is always vibrating. That's the law of vibration now, in its own frequency. You check what I'm saying. So purpose and rhythm and vibration, these are all related principles that govern our day-to-day life. You check what I'm saying. So those are the energies of the universe. So the universe is always releasing specific energies in specific times. You check. So even celestial bodies or cosmic bodies, they are always releasing specific energies in specific times. It is only when we remain connected to that flow of energy, to that cycles, of the universe, the cycles of nature, that we can always accurately and properly and productively harness energies, from the body of nature. Remember, there is the duality. That's the law of duality now. There is the physical, and the spiritual. So the spiritual relates to the idea of consciousness, which simply mean the creator or the creators that created everything that's there. Our consciousness in this invisible, spectrum. Then there is the material, the physical, through which the consciousness or the spiritual operates, which simply means now everything, every matter naturally is a conduit, is a channel of the consciousness of the creators. So everything is a specific expression of a specific energy, specific personality, specific quality, specific, character of the creators. So the moon is an embodiment of specific energies of creation. The sun is an embodiment of specific, energy of the consciousness of creation. The stars and their multiplicity and diversity also each embody a specific element, a personality, character of the consciousness, the infinite consciousness we call the creator or the creators. Some has went all the way to even introduce the word God, but we just add unto that and say God, goddess, because we understand the power of duality, which is feminine and masculine. If we underline those words, there is feminine, nine is a number there. Then there is the masculine. Line is a geometric, symbol. So yeah, we'll be getting into that, why we have to emphasize the idea of 9 and line. You check. But yeah, it's all about that idea whereby now everything is an embodiment of the specific energy and quality of the creators. So as also human beings, each and every one of us, is a replica, a mimicry, a copy, a reflection, of all that's there. The universe is within you. The cycle of seasons, express internal processes within you. It's only when you are conscious about that and you apply all those principles and processes of nature are governed by the cycles that you can tap into your higher self, as you operate within the matter, the biological framework of who you are, So yeah, this